Hello, welcome to MCFC9320 Group. How is everybody this evening? Has anybody been watching any football this weekend?
Yes.
Yeah, quite a bit actually.
Anything interesting? You know,
It's been a great week.
Yeah, good weekend. City won, and as the old saying goes, United lose.
Oh,
Got me singing the blues.
Yeah. So let's kick off with Brugge. Outstanding, wasn't it? John, you was there.
Yes, mate, fantastic. Start to finish, they didn't have an answer. Absolutely brilliant counter-attacking football, and we actually played well on the counter and breaking them down. So we played 2 halves basically. Yeah, it's absolutely fantastic. Good stadium. Enjoyed the trip. And on the way back to the apartment after the game, the taxi driver that picked us up, he actually said he's never seen a team play like City did ever before. He said they were fantastic.
Is that because we're absolutely off the planet?
Yeah.
No, it was obviously I didn't go there, but watching it was never in doubt. Some of the performances was incredible, Alex.
It was magnificent. I was actually surprised to see us concede a goal because we were absolutely dominant, and Bruges didn't really look like they had any chances.
No, and it didn't. And Marie, what was pleasing for me is that it in the end it was not only was it comfortable, it was a mix of youth as well. Young Cole Palmer came on and scored a goal. Scored.
Yeah, delighted to see him score. Delighted to see him score, and I think it just shows there is promise for the future, and our academy is working. But just all round, it was an exceptional performance. Against Bruges, it was just one of those where it was like men against boys, literally.
Yeah, it really was. And John, for me, the pleasing thing is it's well known that teams normally struggle after a European away trip, but bounce back straight against Brighton and absolutely smashed them off the park as well.
I think Pep played that one right. I think he's just Brighton out now, how they actually play. Because Brighton are a good team and they passed the ball well, but we just didn't let them have a sniff basically. Closed them down pretty quick and played an absolutely fantastic game.
Pep's a big admirer of Graham Potter, isn't he? Even this, I've seen things in the media, not just over the past few days leading up to the game, but for a few months, where they reckon Potter could be in a position to take over from Pep when he eventually does go. I can't see that happening. Can you?
No, I can't see that happening either. No, at all.
Although it's quite clear, Alex, that he is a big admirer of Potter.
Totally clear.
I think the only Potter what could take over from Pep would be Harry Potter, wouldn't
he? Yeah.
Yeah.
You're having that one.
Both magical.
Yeah, and there was Phil Foden against Brighton. He's getting stronger and stronger and stronger every game he plays. Straight into the centre of midfield now. I thought Grealish did okay, but yet again,
got booed.
Yeah, but when he although he got booed, Alex, I think he answered those critics when he went off, when he did the old.
Yep.
Yeah.
Also, I think against Bruges, some decisions went terribly against him, and I see that happens to him quite often, especially in the Champions League. Don't you think?
Yeah. John, what my impression of Grealish before he joined us was just some little tarty footballer who goes, falls over too easy. But because maybe I didn't watch Villa, and rightly so, because they're not my team. But since he's joined City, you can see he actually does get fouled. The odd time he will go down easy, but he's in his rights to do that, isn't he?
He is, but if he does it too often, he's going to stop getting his decisions.
He's already stopped getting them, hasn't he?
No, he still gets the odd one or two, but you know, at the end of the day, that if he does go down too easy, then rightly so, he shouldn't get them. You know what I mean? Referees have been told to let the game flow.
Yeah.
And these little tackles and things like that, you know, they should be letting him go. And if he goes over too easy, he will get the ball stuck off him, and they will hit us.
Like, as we say, you know, go back to Foden. Foden's on a different planet at the minute. So if Foden's on a different planet at the minute, what about that man?
Right up there.
I call him the Duracell bunny because he just never stops running.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's just getting better and better and
Reborn.
Better. I won't say reborn because it was like that initially for us, Alex. But you know, the past few games, well, all season for me,
all season basically.
9 games, 9 Premier League games plus whatever cup games and stuff like that he's played. He's just been on a different level. Everyone at the moment's going on about, you know, Mo Salah, you know, and rightly so because he is having
Don't care.
you know, a phenomenal season. But Bernardo Silva, although he plays in a different position, no one can get near him, can they, Anne-Marie?
Not at all. He's making us tick at the minute. He really
the only
is.
player I would put up against that is very much like is, I would say, Kante for Chelsea.
How'd you work that one out?
Well, the Kante, he's the same way as Bernardo. He never stops running, and he breaks up play, and he makes things as well happen.
Different type of player, though, aren't they? Bernardo's much creative. Kante's just like
yeah, he's more technical, Bernardo.
A football spoiler. Yeah, I know every team needs one of them, like a Fernandinho type player, a Kante type player. But attacking wise, you know, I've heard people say, you know, why is he not nominated for the Ballon d'Or and stuff like that. You can't nominate somebody for 9 Premier League games, whereas Bowden, that's not far from you, that.
No.
But with Foden, you know, he's been at that level now, if not getting better for, you know, a full season. He's starting to show maturity in his performances.
He's simply undroppable for us at the moment.
Mm-hmm. So that you know, we've got West Ham coming up in midweek in the cup. What team can you see Pep putting out for that?
For kids, I reckon.
I think it'll be a good mix of kids and experience.
Pen out. Let's hazard a guess. I'm guessing Stefan will play.
Yeah.
Most probably. We all agree on that.
So we're going to say it's a mix. I don't think he'll put kids out. I can see
Zinchenko.
Who would you put at left back?
At left back, Zinchenko.
Zinchenko,
right,
yeah.
Just seeing if you're listening, John. Who would you put at right back, John?
I'd put Cancelo.
He's on fire at the minute, isn't he? Is he a better fullback in European football at the minute?
No, definitely not.
So centre backs is going to go with, surely he's going to go with Aki and Stonesy.
No, I reckon Diaz could play actually.
Why is that?
I've just got a feeling that he'll put a strong back four out.
Not so sure about that. I think he'll go with Aki and Stonesy. You know, who's potentially, if we get, God forbid, if we got an injury to Laporte or Diaz, you know, we could be in a little bit of the mire. So I think the more football them to get, the better. Midfield, I think he will mix it up a little bit in midfield. I think, you know, Sterling, if his bad backs are all right. I think Mahrez will get a game.
Yep.
And then in midfield, could be anybody else in midfield, really, because you've only got, I think he'll put a really strong team out, if I'm honest.
I think he'll play Fernandinho.
I think Cole Palmer might start.
I think you're right. For the first time ever, John, I think you might be right. So when we've just more or less all agreed on them players, and we just said a mix of youth and senior players. Really, there was only one youth team player what we mentioned there, and that was Cole Palmer.
No, I reckon there'll be a few. I reckon there'll be a few playing.
Yeah, I think we'll see.
Edozie could play on the left, I reckon.
I don't think so.
No?
No, I think Cole Palmer will be on the bench, not the starting lineup.
Edozie or Sterling?
You say Dozie Sterling then?
No, I said, would you rather have Edozie or Sterling?
I was just playing with words, I'm sorry. I'd put Sterling there because he needs confidence.
I don't think we can afford having, 2 games straight without him, playing.
I think you might. So yeah, I think give us your predictions in the League Cup, Alex. I'll go to you first, put you on the spot.
Yeah. I think it will be a tough game, but we will win 3-1.
And Marie?
I agree with Alex.
You don't have to agree with it. Just, we not got your own mind, woman.
I've got my own mind totally. You know that. But I do think it'll be a tough game. I think for West Ham, they're playing very well. I think they'll see this as a good chance of a trophy this season. So I expect them to go out full strength. But I still think we've got more than enough for them.
I think you're right. John?
I go 3-2 to us.
I think we'll get beat 4-1. My predictions are normally bang on, aren't they?
Standard.
I think it'll be a good. I think it'll be a good, entertaining game because they will come at us. I think did they lose? Did they lose today, West Ham?
No, they won 1-0.
They won against Spurs.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So hopefully they'll be on a crest of a wave and come down flat on Wednesday when we play them. Yeah. What's concerning for a little bit for me is some of our players really, and that might sound absolutely stupid. But I have got a few concerns, what we'll speak about shortly. So we'll leave part 1 there, and we'll come back with part 2 with
commercial break.
Yeah, we'll be back after the break. So we'll come back with part 2 in a minute, guys.